Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to show you guys our newest listing here in Rivertown. It's at 273 Rawlings Drive. Beautiful Saxon 2 floor plan. And some things to note, especially that we are outside right now, is that I'm standing in the driveway, and if you can see right behind me, there is no homes directly across the street. So I feel like that is such a big selling point for this property. It is in the established part of Rivertown, so you're not dealing with any new construction. It's got 3-car garage. It's over 3,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. So let's go check it out. You know, my microphone went out on me during that home tour. I don't know which part it went out, but it's probably a good thing for you. Anyways, thanks for joining me on this tour of 273 Rawlings Drive here in Rivertown community. $760,000. What more can you ask for? We got over 3,500 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, 3-car garage, and there's still a little bump out in that 3rd car garage. Plenty of room for, a car plus a golf cart. Huge backyard. So obviously living in Florida, we want to add a pool or even a summer kitchen. So many possibilities in this house. You got custom cabinets, primary on the 1st floor, separate office with French doors, crown molding, soaring ceilings in the great room with so much natural light. I mean, look at this. So much natural light coming through. What else am I missing here? You've got our gas. We're a natural gas community. You got your hooded vent out to the outside, butler's pantry. Not sure what else I missed. Oh, one of my favorite parts in one of the bedrooms upstairs. I don't even know what to call it. It's that little tucked away room. It's like a little secret room that kids I know just would love. I know I would loved it as a kid. So yeah, I mean, I don't see this one lasting very long. With being over 3,500 square feet in the Saxon 2-floor plan, Mattamy doesn't even build here in Rivertown anymore. I just see this one going pretty quick at $760,000. Most of the homes that are over 3,500 square feet are well over $800,000 in the new construction. And speaking of new construction, this is the more established part of Rivertown. You're centrally located and you're far away from all of the new construction and the new parts, kind of where I'm at. But that's another feature to point out. You have no neighbors across the street from you, just a beautiful view of the pond. And some green space. You're probably about maybe 3-minute golf cart ride to the river house, 5 minutes to the lodge or the river club. So great lot, great area. It won't last long. I'm Kat with the Coast to Coast team at EXP. If you would like a private tour, please don't hesitate to reach out. I will leave my contact information in the description below, and let's welcome you to Rivertown. I hope you have a great day.